45 minutes or so of the Vice and Virtue Kickstarter. I am Brian. I run Dungeons on a Dime, and this is my Kickstarter. This is the second one I've ever run. It's called Vice of Virtue, and it has got exactly 222 backers. But we'll see if that changes in the next 45 minutes. I'm just going to be eating some Nutella toast, vibing, having a little scroll through, and just, yeah, hanging out. If you guys have any questions you want to ask me, personal, Kickstarter related, art related, anything else, hit me up. I think what I'm going to be doing is my budget right now, because I have got about £4,600 to play with. However, I don't. I've got to calculate my fees coming off of this. People might drop their pledges. We'll have to see how it goes. So, yeah. First things first, I'm just going to copy this little linky-loo, stick it everywhere so people can actually find me doing this. It'll be fun. At least, if I could find where I've put the video. That's a strong move for me to do. Find the actual video that I am streaming in. There it is! Uh-oh, I'm listening to myself. That's never a good feedback loop. Let's mute that, copy that, and go to twitter.com. Honestly, posting regular stuff throughout this whole Kickstarter has been, I wouldn't say a challenge, but it has been a lot of work, and it's definitely gotten me to engage a lot more between Twitter and Instagram to reach as many people as possible. And I like being on Twitter. I find there's a lot more conversation with all the creators on there and all the writers of role-playing games. I find that Instagram is much more content creators in terms of more of the visual aspect. So you'll find like tabletop writers on Twitter, and you'll find like illustrators and designers on Instagram, and that's just because they are different platforms for how you want to show off your stuff. Twitter is very much text focused, and Instagram is very much image focused. Oh, and speaking of all the stuff that I have done so much stuff for the Kickstarter. I have partnered with some really awesome people in all sorts of different places. And it's just been great. I've done some cool videos with, last night I was working with Nate Dream and Vi Huntsman, who is my editor. Or Nature May, even. Sorry, I'm terrible at the names. Nature May and Vi and I made a cool troll bodybuilding game where you literally have to make the bodies of trolls and you have to glue them together, and at the end you have some weird monstrous amalgam, and you enter a bodybuilding competition to prove that you've got the best body in show, and then you give all your limbs away to the community to say thanks for supporting you in your dream of winning the bodybuilding competition. And it was wild. Last week, but I released it this week. Last week, I had a little interview with Chris from Pangalactic. We did like 2 interviews, and I've got a second that I need to edit and upload, which is cool. The first we talked about selling zines in the UK, which was really cool. It was a very nice like little ramble, and that was chill. And then I was also hanging out with Adam Bass the week before that, talking about suspense in games, which is very important to Vice and Virtue, because it's all about building suspense in your game. But today I am working on my budget. I need to do maths to begin with. So first of all, we're going to go over to my iPad, where I'm just going to be scribbling some stuff. I need to go to a new thing. Coming into that project, starting a new drawing, and I'm gonna call it a thing. See, when I'm on my own, I just sing like this to myself. And if you can't tell from my beautiful voice, I've never had any training. Ever. Alright, this is Voice and Virtue Scratchpad. I will hand it to Apple. The little tippy-tappies their keyboards make are... I feel like no other company has put that much effort into making sure the little is just right. Right, so let's swap over. Oh, hang on. 3, 2, 1, 1.5, 0. Oh, hit my mic. Bad shout. This is my iPad, and I'm just gonna write some stuff. Get that away. Cool. So, I need to figure out budget for Kickstarter. Well, I mean, I already budgeted, but that was at £1,000, and that was also then taking off the fees. So, my plan, my what's-it, my hoo-ha, my general vibe, is to figure out how much money I have to play with after the Kickstarter finishes. In fact, I'm just going to go and paste this link into a little update on Kickstarter as well, because I can do that. Yeah. Da-da-da, in the red, da-da-da. No, not in the red, wrong place, Vice and Virtue. In the red was my other Kickstarter, which was also successful. Right, enter my password, which I can't remember. No, I don't want to do a survey right now. Yes, I just misspelled all of those words. Thank you, Google. This is music from Beast Fables, just being really chill. There we go, a little post. Yes, I'm going to publish it now, not I'm going to spell check it. Yes, I want to leave the page, the changes will not be editable. There we go, yeah, everyone on the Kickstarter can see me chatting. Shit. Right, okay, so. Kickstarter, right now, we have got 4.6k. Already, we're going to have 5% of that taken off, so I need to get my calculator out, i.e. my phone. I don't get why calculator apps on phones aren't more streamlined. I feel like we use these all the time. And there's no calculator app on the iPad. I'm just saying. You should have like a widget. Got like a finger gesture, you're like, swipe, swipe, slash, and it's like math off the side of the screen. Little side effect, little sound effect whenever you do anything. It's like math, 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 math. I swear I am cool when I hang out with other people. So, 4.6 times, times 0.05, 5% is 230, is it? No. Here it is. So, Kickstarter takes £230. So that leaves me with 4.420. 4,000 funds. So, my editor Vi is getting paid $250, which is above their normal rate. And I'm happy to pay him that because honestly, I feel like $250 is a little bit too little. Depending on how the numbers work out, I might pay them a little bit more. Because legitimately, Vi's work is phenomenal, and you should all go and commission them. I say commission. Freelance them. Yeah, that's a verb. I'm gonna freelance you. So that's Vi. So we're gonna list over here. This is Vi, or editing. That leaves this column being people. So editing 250, and then Jake's stock is 500. I had a friend also called Jake, so we'll call this Strange Arcade. And then I have a friend, Jake, who helped me with social media for this as well, because it was a lot of work. Did a lot of stuff like helping me connect my store on Facebook to my Instagram so I could link my products and stuff like that. Little bit, but he's helped me throughout the Kickstarter, so he's getting paid. Who else? So I'm going to put writers, or like guest writers, and that is a number that will be decided later, depending on how much I have left from other processes. So I had some quotes from my products. Oh, this is an important thing. You look up shipping. I was like, I know it's not 4,000 to play with. I've definitely got a big chunk coming off. It's shipping. Like a quarter of this is just shipping. Things they don't tell you in Kickstarter school. Well, they do. They actually explicitly tell you at the start, like, expect this to not be all yours. Right. No, that would be in fulfillment. Fulfillment's when they tell me how much money I've got. Yeah. So for shipping, we have got 1,363. That's a big chunk, my dudes. So what is 4600 minus 240 minus 1363? That leaves me with 2997, or we'll round it up. I'm going to be generous. I'm going to pledge £3 myself. 3,000 smackaroons. Right, so we've got people, we've got products. I'm going to go to my very messy sheet where I detail these things. Somewhere. Vice and Virtue, Kickstarter, cost up. Yeah. So before any of this was even an idea, I made sure to get multiple quotes from lots of different sources about what it would cost to produce all of this stuff, just so that I could be really sure that I was getting the best value. And also that after the Kickstarter was finished, these things, like if one fell through, I had other options. And I costed by the most expensive option so that I knew I'd be safe if I ran the Kickstarter. Because when I ran in the red, I was very much like, I think a book will cost this much. And I did minimal research, and that was a bad decision. Ultimately, the Kickstarter, I panned it to break even, and it kind of... Shipping costs went up. After or before I was meant to fulfill. So I made a loss on the shipping. I broke even on everything, I made it work, but I made a loss ultimately on the shipping. That was just much too expensive. I think it was like, I collected maybe like 1,000 for the shipping, and it was around 2,000 in the end. Like, it was expensive. And that's just because sending to America went from like £3 or £4 for economy to £12 for economy. So like, I was like, oh, I could go a little bit bougier and be like a couple pounds for the this, that, the other, and no. Yeah, so the cards, I priced them at 100, 250, and 500 units, depending on roughly how many people are going to be like backing. So I think 250 units is a good shout, because how many people have backed for a physical reward? So about 150 have backed for the tools, and there are another like 10 or so who've gone for like extra sets or decks or stuff like that. And then I've got 5 sets of retailers on top of that, which is 5 each. So 250 sounds the right amount. I will obviously double check these numbers later, but 250 leaves me with like 40 or so sets to sell myself, which is a good amount. I don't want to have too much stock, especially as well, I've got a lot of In the Red books, and I've got no conventions to go to, so I want to keep the stock minimal, and that way everything's nice and neat. So products, we're doing batches of 250 units. I might do 300. So that I have an extra little bit of leeway. I see conventions happening next year. I feel like that'll get them be a vibe. How they'll work, it'll just be like a slip and slide of alcoholic gel, maybe. Like one long tunnel and you just in the alcoholic gel, and you get like, you have to stick your legs out to brace yourself to go slower if you see a stall that you like. And it's only one at a time, and it's like, oh, it's like an attraction theme park, and ultimately each like comic alley is a different slide, and you've just got to be really careful. And you don't collect anything, you get to like go slowly past like a clear perspex window of all the stock, and then place your order and be like, oh my god, love you, can you stop it? And then you slide on down. I'm speaking the future here, people. This is what is gonna, this is it. This is how it's gonna go. Alcoholic rub and gel slip and slide with aloe vera. Soften your skin. It's the quote I got from ivory.co.uk, which makes that's weird. Basically, you can order custom decks of 36 cards. However, at 36 cards, that makes 7 individual decks of 7 cards, and so I can just manually split them up, which makes it much cheaper. Printed on that standard like cardstock with gold foil is about $250 for 231. So let's do some math, because it's probably going to be roughly that same unit price, if not less. So what we'll do is we'll do 241 divided by 231 equals times 250. 260 quid. So cards. 260. And then books from Mixam is 414. And there's something I'm going to look into to see if it's possible. I was originally, because this was the bare bones budget, was just to slip the cards into the books and be like, there they are. But I think I might look into like some kind of like bag or slipcase. I'm thinking like a paper or a card envelope that's sort of like, it's got your cards inside, and then it's sort of like this hard card, and it's got like the office seal like that, and you can just hold it shut and the cards fit inside that. So like envelope, there we go. Because I could get just standard size of those and then get a custom stamp, and then we'll see. So we'll have to see how much those cost. But that's, again, like the writers. Well, the writers are the priority, because I want to work with writers. And then if I have a fair amount of money left over, I can be like, well, we can shift some things around. Right, so there's that. Tools. Don't forget the tools that you're using. So Adobe CC, 50 quid, which is expensive. And so that's going to be November, December, January, February. So that's times 4. So that is 200 pounds. Just gonna delete. What else? Google is 8 quid a month. No, I'm not just Googling things for 8 quid a month. No, this is my Google business account, which also gives me unlimited storage. So that's going to be very useful for transferring files back and forth between myself and Jake. I'm going to say like plus 10% on this for shipping. I'm going to estimate the shipping is probably going to be like 100 for the products, because it was like 40 quid, 50 quid to get all of the In the Red shipped. And that was 2,000 books. That was like a pallet of them. So ultimately, I don't think it'd be more than £100 between two different distributors to get stuff sent to me. And then times 4 is 8, 16, 24, 32. Yeah, numbers. I can do math. I'm drinking coffee. This is happening. What else? I'm gonna go back to my Kickstarter page because I'm professional, and that means I can't actually remember all the things I said I was budgeting for. So manufacturing, editing, tools, postage, Kickstarter fees. Yeah. I think that's it. Let me look back at my... I think I deleted it. I'm a fool. No, I didn't. I'm not. I didn't delete it. I'm not a fool. Yeah, those are the things. Those are the things. Oh, and of course, products. Foil prints. I was forgetting something. Foil prints. Stickers. Tattoos. These are little things that I would be really cool to have, and I wanted to make them just be neat. Because I think it'd be really cool. Like if you get an order, I just stick in like some, you know, tattoos or something. If you spend like 50 quid at my store, I'm just like, here, have some temporary hardcore tattoos. As you do. I thought it'd be nice. So vinyl stickers, tattoos. The patches, which were an add-on, I've already... The word. I've already got those. So there's no money being spent. They exist. Let's go to awesome merchandise. This is the most exciting end of Kickstarter stream you could have ever imagined. Who wants to do budgeting with Brian? Let's check back on the Kickstarter and see how it's doing. If I've dropped people because they're like, oh god, this is what you're doing, I hate it. All I can say is, I understand. We've got an extra backer. Thank you, number 223, for your contribution. I appreciate you. You are special. You're brilliant. I love you. Specifically you. I can't keep this up because I have to then do one for all of the other 222 backers. And I do love all of you for supporting this. This is really awesome. I was between two camps. Half of me was like, do the Kickstarter, it'd be great, you'll make it, people will love it. And the other half of me was like, you won't even make £1,000, people hate you. So I'm glad the anxiety lost in that battle. Awesome merchandise. This is a great place if you're just getting small batches of stuff. If you were doing like a bajillion stickers, if you're a big company, maybe Awesome Merch isn't the place for you. But generally, they're UK based. I've met them at trade shows, they're pretty neat. Art prints. A3 gold. Wait, A3, A4, A3 heavyweight art prints. Are these foiled? Yes. So, 60 quid. Because I don't think too many people have gone for the expensive option. Oh, not 600, 60. Which is fine. I wanted this just to be a nice special edition, and maybe get a couple extras as part of the thing. Or, to be fair, I'm getting 25, because if I get 10, it's 60 quid. If I get 25, it's 75. And then I can send some to Jake for him to sell. And it's just going to be some awesome artwork with some gold foiling, and it's going to be black, and just... beautiful. Stickers. Vinyl sticker pack. No, I want to... let me go to the... oh, I see. It's because... this is the thing I would say. Awesome merch. Your website is janky. Like, it works enough, but not all the time. Actually placing orders is... Huh. Right. 666 10cm custom vinyl shaped stickers for everyone. Neat deal. That's a neat deal. I think they're doing it for Black Friday. Sahicular Papa stickers. I want a sticker sheet. Do they do a vinyl sticker sheet? Oh, sticker packs. How many stickers? 3, 5. Give me some examples. Custom sticker. Using on heavy duty vinyl. Yep, this is what I want. Minimum 100. Oh. Maybe that's not what I want. Maybe I'll just do one. I'm not made of money. A6 vinyl sticker sheet. There we go. Yeah! Just the one. Or I could do 2 and have an alternate set. Yeah! Yeah! That's what I wanted. And you can have some cute little art where you can stick it on your laptop and just be like, buy some Virtue. Like the hand. Because I think the hand logo is neat. I'm going to show it off on the stream. Look at this logo. I made that. It's the best logo I have made to date. Like the ampersand is cool. It's slightly quirky. The font slaps. I didn't make the font, but I put it together. I altered the V. The hand. The moon and the little stuff. I'm proud of it. I think I did a good job. Ooh, hello, try555. I backed the very last day. Someone posted on Twitter. Can't find who. Well, thank you to Can't Find Who for sharing this because I've just got a backer. Thank you for backing and for hanging out. It's great. Honestly, I'm really proud of the Vice and Virtue system. I've been playtesting it for about, oh god. I started, so Beast Fables. Before it was Beast Fables, it was a game set as like a vaguely Arthurian Knights Court vibe with Ver and Atlanta. It started in February because lockdown, we were all depressed and we wanted to play games, and my D&D group had broken up because obviously lockdown. And I wanted to play, but it was a lot of energy to coordinate like 5 people into an online chat, and I'd never done online roleplay before, and so I thought, I'll just do 2 friends who I know. Well, at that point, I didn't supernovae Ver. So I was like, oh, through D&D we'll become better friends. And so I was like, hey, do you want to play a game? And Ver was like, yeah, let's go. And then literally 3 games in, we were like laughing, crying, screaming every episode, and just really having a great time with it. And we were playing as Arthurian Knights. And I started testing the Vice and Virtue system with Adventures on a Dime, which I'd also written. I was like, we'll do Adventures on a Dime just to have fun. And then 2 games in, I was like, I've made a whole other system called Vice and Virtue, let's go. And then we played like Knights for like 10 weeks. And there's a couple weeks we missed it, but like we played as Arthurian Knights, and it was a fun like Fey arc where like the fairies lured them into this keep, Green Keep, and they were being tested, and ultimately it was a vague plot. I say vague. It was like an overarching plot to like through their actions prove their loyalty to the Fey spirits of spring, so they could bring it back to land and end the famine in Arthur's court. And it was so emotional. It had this, at the end, they had to swim across this river, and it was just, the combination of like the skill challenges, the fortune setting the tone, getting really invested, loved it. It was great. So we started as that, and that was like 4 months of playtesting. And then Beast Fables started. Roll20 contacted me, and they were like, let's do a thing. And got a sponsored show. And then I started doing Beast Fables, and then a couple episodes in, I was like, no, let's just do Vice and Virtue here as well. And then, roll up September, another 4 months of playtesting live in front of an audience, we've got Vice and Virtue, the Kickstarter. So it's literally, this is controversial in Tabletop Role Place. It got playtested tons, which was cool. And also edited by Vi, so it clearly is a good show. A good rule set. So yes, I'm gonna write this down. Stickers, 80 quid. For 2 designs and 100 of them. Perfect. And then tattoos. Shop. Temporary tattoos. A5. 50. Yeah. 70. And the temporary tattoos would be some of the cooler, more like bold line artwork that you can just stick it on you. That was probably very loud, I'm sorry. Yeah. Those are all the products. Those are neat. And packaging. I'm going to go back to the iPad so you guys can see what I am writing down. Packaging is also a cost. Again, these are things that people don't think about when they run their Kickstarters for the first time, i.e. me. Things I didn't think about when I ran my Kickstarter for the first time. Packaging will be interesting. So these are probably going to be because everything's flat specifically to this. I already have A3 mailers. I'm going to grab one so I can show you. Whoosh! So this is an A3 book mailer. It's just, like you can see, it's quite flat. It expands out and you can just whoosh, tear the thing off. That's neat. I already have those, so I'm going to have to get me some A5-ish book mailers for this. So they're smaller, because ultimately I can use my existing stock of A3 mailers, or I can use my like if someone buys something else from the store, then I can put it in the A3 mailer, but if they're just buying Vice and Virtue, I can use an A5 mailer, and I don't need as many of the A5 mailers because they're smaller, they'll be cheaper. Richard Esdale asks, hey there, I probably said that wrong. Hey there, I just have a quick question regarding the 7 cards. If you get the PDF only, are there digital cards included with the PDF? Yes, everything is in with the PDF. So that's the book, the cards, and the print design from Jake Stark. If you just want to print it out and stick it in your house, I won't stop you. Art is there to be shared. The PDF is everything inclusive. I'll probably include like the sticker sheets in there as well, probably. So that you can print them out and cut out the little bits of artwork that you like, because ultimately I appreciate your support. So that is the PDF, and that is both the 3-tier more budget option if money's a bit tight, or the £5 like regular option. Yeah. And on top of that, for every 10 backers I get, there's a community copy PDF going out. So if you can't afford to back a Kickstarter right now, but you're really keen, keep an eye out around, like follow the Kickstarter, and then in February when I'm about to finish up fulfillment, I'll be like, right, the community copies are going live, and I'll put them up in a couple batches so that everyone gets a chance to grab one if they want one. Also means I've got like a couple months to figure out how I want to do that. If I want to do that through my website, or if I want to like set up an itch store or something. Because if you go to doad.co.uk, that's my website, and that's where the like you can buy all my stuff, and all the money goes to me. There's no like cuts being taken out by anyone. I mean, like PayPal gets like 2%, but that's like a transaction thing. Like I'm fine with 2%. So packaging, I needed to go to my favorite packaging place, Kite Packaging Limited. Kite Packaging Wholesale Packaging Supplies. I should get a discount for my jingles. Jingle jangle. That's the thing on Netflix, isn't it? Right. All of the materials they have here are recycled and biodegradable, and I like it because it's just environmentally friendly. It takes the hassle out. So I'm looking for postal packaging, capacity book mailers. That looks like it's A5. Because this is the thing, is that's the maximum. Well, that's the flat dimensions, and that's like it fully expanded. So, what is A5? I should know this. It's probably 140 by 195. It probably is. Google. A5 diamond. Yep, 148 by 210. So that's actually smaller than A5. No, that'll be, look, because that's 4 millimeters thick. So at flat, it's 180 by 235, which means it is more than big enough for A5. Yeah, because this is all flat stuff. Yeah, so I need 2 units, 3 units. Yeah, for 300. And then I have spare, like you can't get less. But I can use them for like small things. Make another A5 zine. Give them away to friends. Send elaborately decorated cards. This is 32 for A5 mailers. Oh, I'm messing up my system. I'm running it backwards. And we're going to round that up to 45 because there'll probably be some shipping on top of that. They're quite light, but they'll still want to like courier it to me or something. While I'm here, premium corrugated. No thanks. I want to get more A4 ones. No, I've got A3. No, I've got over A3. I want to get one of those and one of those. Good to know. I'll just save this. Right. Ba, 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 ba. Any other questions about the Kickstarter? Because there is 10 minutes left, my dudes. My she's, my he's, and my they's. Scrolling up on the Kickstarter. We've got an extra backer, 224. Thank you for joining. Literally 10 minutes left. 10 minuets. Not a lot of time. So, totaling stuff up. Using my math skills. Right. Numbers. So that is 250 plus 500 plus 175 is 925. 60 plus 414 plus 100 plus 75 80 70 plus 45 1044. Then 232. Add those together. That is that's gonna be 120. Is it? What was I gonna write though? Hang on. So good at math, guys. So good at math. 95. There we go. Right, so 95 plus 1044 plus 232 is 2,200 and a pound. Leaving £800 for guest writers and me and the car envelopes things. The cards. So I will figure out the math of that. I think that's probably going to be maybe... I know last night I was like, I'm going to hire 10 riders. Maybe I'll hire 5 and I'll give them twice as much work. I thought about this. So we'll think about this, but I'm thinking like roughly 5 guest writers and the card envelopes. And then a couple pizzas for me. Because I will be selling all of these, so any profit I get from the other 50, like, it's just mine. And I'm on Universal Credit right now, so, you know, it works. We'll also see how shipping works out, because I've got 1,300 down for shipping, which is so much money. Hopefully I'll look into some way of maybe doing like a batch of shipping or distribution that can maybe save me some money there. But like, legitimately, it could cost me that much. I believe it. I really do. Because I made such a loss on the In the Red Kickstarter. Where's my YouTube comments at? I'm in the wrong tab. Blam! Try51 says, it was your Twitter handle. Just scroll through my history. Thanks for getting the word out. I'm always looking for what could be solo toolkits to add flavor and surprises. Yes, Vice and Virtue is all about adding toolkits and flavor and surprises. Legitimately, it's so easy to write adventures using the Vice and Virtue like system. It's all about guiding you into thinking how a general situation can have 7 different flavors, and I'll be including rules on how you can hack the system yourself using any deck of cards, any visual cues that you want, basically. I have the 7, like the Vice and Virtue themes, because that's how I want to go about it. That's the kind of the theme for the game that I present. But mechanically, you can turn this into any kind of storytelling device that you want. So if you want to use a tarot deck, as opposed to your standard, like the standard 7 cards, then you could just pick 7, 5, how many tarot cards you want and make your own unique set of spreads and balances and all the cool things like that. I haven't had Tala Toast. I haven't been eating it. This is now a ASMR stream. Except it's a mouthy gay. Mouthy gay eats food on YouTube. We have got 4 minutes left. And I'm going to play some more music. It keeps running out. I get my music. If you're ever thinking of like, oh, I'd love some music for my own game. Legitimately. Epidemic Sound. You can download any of the tracks. Just download them. So long as you're not streaming it and uploading it somewhere. It's cool. Like all of the music, I would... This is not a legitimate tip. This is just like a, I think it would work. I went to Epidemic. They give you a 3-month trial, and then it's like £10 a month. And because I'm a sponsored show with Roll20, I get a little bit of money every show, so that pays for that, which is fine. But all of this music is really high quality, and it's just there, and you can download it, and you can get the different stems as well. So like you can get the drums separate and the violin separate and like the main melody separate. So you can just like customize it to anything you want and make these awesome playlists that feel really unique, and then just vibe. Right. How is the Kickstarter doing? We got a 5th backer. 225. That's awesome. Yeah. Right. I'm gonna put the screen back on. That's the kite packaging. I'm looking in the wrong tab. I've got like 2 separate tabs, one for the YouTube and one for the Kickstarter. Like one that's been looked at for the stream. Look at all this cool stuff. I'm really glad that a lot of people picked the Fortune Finder on a dime option. I originally only had it as 10 because I, again, budgeted the whole Kickstarter around just funding £1,000 because I didn't think I was going to make it. So I was glad I was able to open it up. And I think I'm going to keep it as a permanent option. Like, I might just have maybe like £3 is the digital limited option. Like £3 is budget, and then £5 is you buy a community copy for someone else. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, 90 seconds to go. I'm really happy with all of the progress the Kickstarter has made. Now, something else is I'm expecting some fallout, some fall off as well. So I'm glad that I've got this £800 buffer because I expect some pledges won't come through, which is fine. In the Red says it funded for £6,300. Actually funded for something like just under 500, no, 5,000. Funded for like 5,900 or something like that. So we lost like £400 in there. That's fine. Ultimately, if you have to cancel the pledge at the last minute or if it doesn't work, Ooh, the numbers go red at the last minute. That's intense. Literally, you've got 50 seconds left to do this. it's now or never, my guys. It is so intense. I'm filming it. It's on my camera. I'm on stream, talking to you, filming the end of my Kickstarter, which I'm streaming to you. It's Streamception. Yeah, this has just been a really great Kickstarter. It's been good to have a lot of support. I have really enjoyed doing all of the interviews and working with all of those different people. Nate Tremay, Vi Huntsman, Loot the Room, and Champ Game Co. It's just been really, really great, and I'm thankful for everyone for helping out, for sharing my stuff. That's it. It's over. That's the end. The Kickstarter is finished. Bow, 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 bow. You know what I'm just realising? You can't edit the story after the thing's finished, and I don't think I updated the amount of community copies that are available. Doesn't matter. I'll just put more out. Look at that. It's finished. There we go. That's the Kickstarter. And I'm happy. I feel like it's done really well. It has definitely got all of the funds to make some really cool projects, pay some cool people. I will be looking into authors now. Like my jobs are, well, first of all, I do have a Patreon to do this month. Another adventure that we're going up in Roll20. And we'll go on that. However, I will be looking at authors and portfolios. A couple months ago I did a call out. I'll be reposting that call out if there are any other people who want to submit. And I will be working with Jake to get some really cool, awesome artwork out there. So just follow the Kickstarter, make sure you're reading those updates for those bits and bobs, and thank you so much for joining and hanging out. This has been really fun. I will catch all of you later. That's bye for now.